What's going on, guys? Sandman here. I just wanted to just post a little video explaining techniques I'm using, why I'm using them, map rotation, things like that. Now you see a majority of people, every time the bus routes tend to dive out early, you get less people diving out towards the end. And you can actually see that's the case. It's not as aggressive and it starts to slow down, but obviously tilt the towers here, so I dove out because I'm gonna go tilted. Right? So you see me? I'm diving, going tilted. Right? I'm gonna put myself in. Can I put myself in gameplay? There we go. This is gameplay, if I'm not mistaken. All right. I'm moving towards the clock tower. You'll dive wherever it is you'll dive, and you'll work your way in, as needed. But I'm gonna try to explain as best as possible. Bear with me, it's going to be semi-long commentary because I may end up pausing it at certain points to explain things. So it's going to be a decently long video, so I apologize for that, but I'm going to try to explain everything as best as possible. For the people who catch me on stream and ask me why I'm doing what I'm doing. At this point, I actually see this guy. I noticed he was aiming at me. I'm going to try to hop. I'm trying to break down shots. I'm going to route to the brick house. My next move after the brick house, almost like we going pawn shop. That's normally how I route, and then from pawn shop, normally I go tree, or depending on how it goes, I may leave. But over here, obviously, you drop the green burst for the purple Thomas. It only makes sense. You don't want to leave anything, too strong around. So here I am. At this point, I actually see the making on top of the pawn shop, so I'm like, all right, cool. I'm obviously gonna swap the green, take the green AR, leave the gray. Keep rotating in. I'm breaking all these furniture pieces and tables and everything because they're good for materials. And you want to get your mats up as early in the game as possible in case you run into anyone you have to build. This game is like, the meta is building. Like, a lot of people say the meta is double shotgun. Like, double shotgun's like a portion of like the gun meta, but the whole meta of this game for the most part is building. Okay, so I'm gonna break down this way because I know this takes me straight to the basement, and then I can leave from there. Alright, so I'm rotating to get the med kit at this point. Snatch the med kit. I still have empty slots. Close the door behind me so that if anybody looks in, they don't think I'm here. Alright, that's the point of it, hopefully. Hop in here, and we'll crawl down here. Alright, open some stuff up. Alright, awesome, right? Obviously, you drop a green AR for a purple scar. Alright, and I was contemplating dropping the FAMAS for that because at this point I feel like I don't need the purple scar and the FAMAS, but I'm like, I have a med kit, I'll leave the bandages, I'll hold on to the guns. Just in case, you never know, blah, blah, blah. Now, at this point, I should have left. I should have taken the trap and gone, but I was kind of contemplating, like, I wonder if I could put the trap underneath where I was, especially since no one, broke. They probably didn't think, they're probably going to come down, check eyes, and I probably could get a quick little trap kill. Like hard, funny stuff. But then I hear this guy drop in, so now I know I'm in trouble. Rotating in, I'm trying to figure out. I hear the tube go off. At this point, I'm moving. I see the light, so I build the ceiling above me. I build more ceilings at this point. Now I know I'm kind of pressed, and I'm like, all right, I got to figure out a way to get a staircase and get out. He blows it up again. I go for a ceiling, and for some reason, look, I'm still trying to put it on the floor. So I'm like, okay, now I got to get out of here. I just have to build out. Right? Good thing I had as much mats as I did hitting furniture, because I was able to just build out for the most part. Obviously, I'm going to have to trade at this point. I didn't have, like, a great opportunity not to, so I figured, all right. My Scar versus whatever he's got. I managed to take the one up. This is how I prioritize weapons for the most part. I normally take AR, shotgun, and then a sniper rifle. But if I see a grenade launcher or RPG, I'll take the explosives over the snipers. Mostly because my gameplay style is not like as held back, so I tend to press forward more. So the shotguns take more precedence than anything else. Hold on 1 second. All right, guys, welcome back. Just gonna go ahead and start this. All right. Sorry, I had to answer the phone call there, but again, so I see the circle closure. At this point, what I'm thinking is there's gonna be contact at Greasy Grove Shifty Shafts. Maybe not so much Greasy Grove, but definitely Shifty Shafts. Either way, they're gonna rotate tilt it, and I'm contemplating like, all right, am I gonna stay in tilted or am I gonna route out to the left? Maybe head towards like Snobby side, because I know Snobby's probably a little thinner on people. I'm not feeling too bad with the weapons I have right now, but I do feel like I need to find more shield, things like that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just, you know, replay it from here. So let's see, I'm working my way up, and I'm contemplating. All right, am I gonna go tree? I'm gonna sweep down here real quick, look for some stuff, right? I remember I opened this, so kind of just peeked real quick and then left, right? And I'm like, all right. Oh, I'm like, oh shit, there's engagements over here still. I'm like, you know what? I really don't want to press that. I want to rotate out because I don't want to have to get pressed from people coming in. Because if you stay in tilted too long, it feels like the curse of tilted gets you and you end up dying. So I'm gonna mine tilted. I'm gonna mine trees rather. Continue rotating forward because my goal is to move towards Snobby. But I see this build go up, so I'm like, did that go up because he saw me, or did that? And then I realized I'm like, no, he's not peeking at me. He's like opening the chest or something. I saw blue item drop down. So at this point, I said, all right, awesome. He didn't see me. He was thirsting for items. I build up. All right, a couple of clean shots. He's gone. I'm gonna sweep everything he has. I'm gonna look real quick. I'm like, all right, nothing I really want except the ammo, obviously. A little more ammo. Can't go wrong. Reload and continue moving. Right, so I'm like, all right, I'm still gonna rotate soccer field. I doubt, you know, people are pressing like from Greasy to soccer field. I mean, that'd be the route they would take, but there's gonna be less people pressing from Greasy to soccer field than most like Shifty Shafts to Tilted Towers, stuff like that, you know. So I'm gonna keep. That was an accidental shot on my behalf. So I'm gonna open this up. Close door behind me. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna keep looking through chest. At this point, I'm not concerned with the circle closure. Circle's closing in, but I know I'm in it. I know that most likely I'd have to worry about my west, like the Snobby side, or I'd have to worry about my south. Maybe not a whole lot of people coming from tilted out towards me, but I guess we'll see. Right, so I'm contemplating because I saw that smoke bomb. I'm like, do I want to pick that up? At this point, it's still running through my head if I wanted to pick that smoke bomb up. Because this is the first time I had seen it in the game. I didn't know how it worked. I didn't want to drop something that I know would work for something that would probably be shit. But I was like, you know what? Do you want to try it? Should I try it? I'm like, yeah, no. And then I was like, yeah, and you know what? Let me come get it. So I'm contemplating. I'm like, all right, I think I dropped the hunting rifle. No, I dropped my med kit. I dropped my med kit, which is like, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to drop the med kit, and I was contemplating the sniper rifle, but I'm like, no. If I pick the smoke grenades, I'm just gonna try the smoke grenades at this point. All right, so I'm gonna keep running through mining. Hand cannon with ammo, so the fact that I see all these guns with ammo in the chest not hit, I'm like, all right, no one's really swept through the soccer field yet. Let me get a couple of mats, because let me tell you something, the mats is the meta of this game. So I picked up a couple more. You can only hold 5 of those smoke bombs, just reference. But so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna keep routing out to the left. What I wanted to do originally was I wanted to cut towards Snobby, then cut to the crater, and then cut into Pleasant. That's what my original idea was, because I had seen the 3 hills on the map, and I saw all 3 of those as high grounds, and I felt like it was going to close in that area. And I was like, all right, well, I'd rather be closer to that in case I have to press up. Right, so that's what I was thinking. I didn't see this guy to my left, so I'm still mining. It isn't until I turn around right about here that I actually saw him, and he manages to get some good shots on me, so I lose all my shield and a portion of health. So I'm like, all right, what about, how do these things work, right? So I'm just going to spam them, right? There goes 3. All right, I'm like, oh, okay, they do, you know, semi-decent damage, it sounds like. So I can hear the damage being done. Right? So at this point, I don't have a choice. I have to engage him. I'm going to try to get high ground on him. I'm going to try to run towards him, trying to close the gap between us. Right? He breaks my build, but it's already too late because I'm already above him. Right? I hear that RPG, though, and I realize that's not him. Right? He's engaged. He's getting engaged from the other side. I'm trying to take advantage of it. I'm reloading at this point. I'm like, okay, he hit the guy, so the guy's not too far from me either. So now I'm trying to focus on the other guy. I saw the impulse like smoke, but I didn't see where he landed. It sounded like he landed next to me, so I'm like, all right, let me get the hell out of here. You know? I'm gonna try to build up. Just break the whole fucking build. I contemplated opening that. I got hit from behind. I'm like, all right, hold on. He's still getting engaged from the other side. All right? I'm trying to take advantage. I hear that. I'm like, all right, I got to take advantage of this. The guy closest to me has to go. I want that blue tack, but at this point, I didn't want to cough it up because I didn't know if I was getting pressed. To me, it felt like the heals was more important. So obviously, I build up. I continue building up, and now I have to engage, right? So switch out. Shotgun. Shotgun close range. Effective, right? So I'm going to start picking all this stuff up. I'm going to go back down. I'm like, all right, I want that blue tack now, you know? I want those minis. I want that blue tack. I want this, I want that, I want mats, you know? Then I realized, I'm like, oh shit, one more person. I see this person like trying to build, get a little, right? I try to take some shots. He lands almost like a 30 hit on me, so I'm like, all right, I'm putting another mini on my ass real quick. Drop the green tack since I got the blue one. Build up, get high ground, and then I'm like, shit, I fucking didn't land on the damn, I saw him drop down. I said, all right, good. So he's obviously lower still, so I'm gonna get high ground on him. So I'm focused on him right now. I see his little ceiling build. I try to break it. Then I'm like, oh shit, I'm getting shot at. At this point, I'm like, all right, forget it. I'm resetting. I'm disappearing. I need health. I need shields, right? I'm in a bad spot. I'm not going to fight two people with no more, you know, no more health, with sub 50 health or 50 health, whatever it is. Right? So I'm rotating, right? And I realized at this point the storm circle, I'm like, all right, storm circle's like right on us for the most part. It's not that far, you know, so I'm going to go back to the soccer field where I left, and I heard the burst rifle shot again, so I know he's engaging the other guy. So, oh, hold on. Gonna have to pause it here. All right, guys, I'm back. I'm going to restart this. All right, so reset out the fight. Right, went out, came back because I knew I left my med kit here. Using this med kit now, right, to regain some health. Right, and I'm thinking, all right, so there's two guys. There's the burst rifle guy who's by the tree somewhere, and then there's the chick, the redhead chick, and she's in the build. It's probably still like that because I haven't heard any more shots. They kind of just been hanging out. They're probably just peeking each other. So I'm thinking, all right, I'm gonna check in here real quick in case I forgot minis, but then I'm gonna rotate. The first guy I'm gonna run into is gonna be the burst rifle guy. I just honestly didn't expect to run into him right here. So he's down. I see the burst rifle, but then I'm like, all right, I don't know if this is 100% him or not. So I'm gonna reload real quick. I'm gonna try to get a little higher on the hill so that I can see. At this point, I'm like, yeah, that's him, because he'd be to my left somewhere. There'd be another build or something like that, you know. So I'm like, all right, so it's him and there's the redhead girl. I'm like, all right. So now I'm gonna take a mini, and now I'm gonna start pressing towards. I'm looking up. I'm like, all right, I don't really see her. I'm like, all right, let me just keep moving forward. I'm gonna try to pull some ground between us. Hopefully she doesn't like laser me, right? So I'm still in motion. And I'm like, all right, I see the balloon now. I built up. I said, all right, let me see about the balloon. I see her jump for the balloon. I'm like, all right, it's time to engage them. Because she's going to open the balloon. She's going to get hungry for the balloon. Right? Now, with all that, she's kind of probably boxing herself. So I'm like, all right, how is she? She's in a 1x1, 1 high, so that's not that bad. Grenade launcher should be able to get rid of that real quick. I see it go down. I'm like, all right, I'm going to keep spamming. Does damage shield, does damage health. That's it. She's gone. I'm gonna reload. At this point, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go back, open the chest that I didn't open the first time. I'm gonna sweep around. Storm closure circle, as you can see right now, is not serious. It's not far. So I'm gonna pick up everything. However, I'm gonna pause it real quick. If I was by Loot Lake, I'd route north. Let's say I was on the northeast section of Loot Lake, top right section of Loot Lake. I'd route north I'd probably cut up on that mountain that's like got a portion of it in the circle by Pleasant Park. The northern tip, oh well, the southern tip of that mountain's in the circle, so I'd probably go for that mountain from Loot Lake. If I was in Tilted, I'd probably take the Tilted Hill that overlooks Tilted. Like when you come from the soccer field over to Tilted, there's like a little hill there. I'd probably get up on that hill build. But from here right now, I'm kind of just thinking like, all right, I'm just gonna get some weapons. I'm gonna get the items. I'm gonna hopefully somebody has some minis for me or something, and I'm gonna sort it out. Right. So I'm coming over here picking up traps. I see a gold grenade launcher makes more sense than the. I want to take that purple heavy, and normally I would, but with the weapon loadout and the health loadout I got right now, it doesn't make sense for me to. So I'm not gonna double shotgun. I'm just gonna use the blue tack. I'm gonna box myself in real quick, including box myself like this, so that I can take one more mini to get to 50, and then take a half to get to 100. All right. Obviously, I'm gonna hold the minis. All right. At this point, I'm thinking, okay, I've got to get rid of the sniper rifle. I'm gonna get rid of it for the med kit. It's coming down, sub 10 people. You know, there's under 10 people left. Snatch the med kit. No one's behind me. All right. Is anyone up at the top? All right, looking around. I don't see anyone. All right. I end up looking up at the hill. See, at this point, when I looked up at the hill, I didn't see Mr. Ryan 6733. Right? And he definitely saw me though. Right? Because he gets into a crouch stance. Right? So I'm still rotating. Right? And my goal at this point is going to be get a little more materials, because I've done nothing but build and engage, and I haven't been able to recoup any mats. Right? So I'm still hitting the trees. I'm kind of thinking, all right, I didn't see anyone up here. You know, everything looks good. Right? I'm moving forward. Right? Look up. Right? And at this point, I honestly didn't see this guy Ryan to my left. I was kind of just eyeballing, and I was looking more towards the ramp and more towards like the right side than anything. So I didn't really, and I was looking higher up. But I heard the shots go off. The instant that started happening, I realized he had to be real close and started putting walls up. And I was like, all right, by this time he's reloading or something. I'm gonna pop trees at him. He's got to come out of the trees. All right, managed to kill him with that. Now I'm gonna, you know, I punished him for attempting that. I'm gonna press forward now. I'm gonna check to see what he had. Right? Med kits, ammo, mats, and he had like 10 minis. So at this point, I had only had 2 minis. Now I got like 10 minis. Right? So I'm looking at the circle closure also, moving around. Right? And you see the circle closure. That middle hill with those two, where the yellow and the green arrow are, that's prime real estate. That's most likely going to be the ending, because it's towards the middle of the circle, and it's a high ground. Right? But what I'm doing is I'm going to edge walk it to ensure that there's no one else on the outer edges. And you see when the circle closed again, I'm like, oh, okay. It is on that mountain. All right. Right, so I'm going to come up real quick. I'm looking around. I'm like, all right, I'm going to edge walk it. And by edge walk, I'm going to follow the edge of the circle to see if there's anyone else that I can run into. Because I see there's only 5 people left, so 4 including me. Yeah. So as I move forward, I see Mr. John Wick. Okay. I go into, he bursts rifle, he starts popping. So I start trying to return the favor, try to play him in a defensive stance. The man doesn't build, he just hides behind the tree. I'm like, all right, I need to close the gap, because the way the grenade launcher works is once you're within a certain range, it's lethal. If you can get close enough to this person that there's like a dead zone on that. If you're close enough to him, it stops being effective. So what you want to do is you want to close the gap. You don't want to go away from the grenade launcher. You want to go towards the grenade launcher. You want to press in. You want to close that gap so that he has to change to another weapon. You have to play. You know, he has to play different. So that's what I'm doing here. So I'm pressing close to the point that there's no way that this close he'd be effective with a grenade launcher against me. Maybe an RPG, but not a grenade launcher. Right. So then I take that. I build real quick just to kind of defend myself so that I can reload. I can check to see what was here, to check to see if I needed anything. Now normally, see I have a med kit in my inventory. Normally I would cough that med kit for the half shield but I didn't feel comfortable enough for some reason, so I decided to hold on to the med kit. Um, I would say I'd cough the med kit is because when you get hit, the first thing that goes is the last 50 of your shield. When you're 100 like this. So when you get hit, the last 50 of your shield goes first, right? No minis are gonna fix that last 50. That's just gonna happen, right? And then you'll need minis for the shield that gets zapped, and then obviously you need a med kit or bandages. And normally it's half minis, med kit, bandages. But I would prioritize minis over halves, especially considering the fact that I had 10. If I had one mini and then I had one half in front of me, I'd take the half, obviously. But I had 10 minis and there's one half in front of me, but I didn't want to drop the med kits, so I ended up holding on to the med kits. I did pick up the mats, I did pick up the ammo. Ended up with max smash at this point, so that was good. And now I see the last two guys engaging, right? So, all right, 3 people left, 2 plus me, right? Right, I'm 9 kills in, right? And I'm pressing forward. Right, so my goal is to go jump in that, to go see if I can get a couple people, because that is, in all honesty, if you look at the circle closure, the highest point of the circle closure, and it's prime real estate and it's high ground. And that's what you need to take, the high ground towards the end. Like, it needs to happen. So, moving forward. Yeah, it's just a smart move to take the high ground. It just gives you a better vantage point. It just works better in your favor. Obviously, you can win games while not being on the high ground. I mean, it happens, but my whole case of point is just it works better. Now, I dove in here, but didn't realize that I had this other guy behind me. I knew this guy that was shooting me was there, but I didn't see that other guy until I was already like mid-dive in. So at this point, I'm kind of pressed. I'm trying to figure out how I want to rotate. So I'm going to rotate out, trying to build around, trying to put myself in a box real quick. I'm hoping no one headed to drop down on me or anything, so I built that around me. Still building walls, right? Edit, right? I'm thinking, all right, bang. I'm going to get out. Build out. I'm trying to get to the metal section right here so I can build up. Alright, still trying to build up. He's still landing decent shots on me, but I still have shields and I still have 10 minis. I'm not feeling like too bad right now, but he's not doing bad at all. So he's gonna keep putting pressure on me. I'm like, alright, I gotta wait for him to either reload or wait for him to break the next wall so I can take a couple of shots on him. Alright, so I did. Alright, I landed a couple of good shots. I think one was like 70 something, one was 30. One was a headshot and one was like a body shot with the scar. Right, so I knew I had staffed him for a good portion of health, and then I actually heard him and saw him, reset. So he backed out from the fight. So I said, all right, it's my turn to put little minis on myself. But as soon as I'm doing that, I hear someone build. I'm trying to figure out exactly where this guy is. So I'm still building. I know he's under me somewhere. I dropped down. I'm trying to figure out where he is. I also, keeping in mind the fact that the other guy dropped back and reset. I'm just trying to find. I'm thinking like the other guy's probably at the gas station somewhere, or like at the tree, because that's still in the circle. I'm editing this build now. As you can see here, right? While I'm editing this build, this guy's literally right around the corner from me. He could have used this opportunity to take a shot. But what he did was, instead of going aggressive for it, he kind of took like 1 or 2 little steps. I heard it. I backed out. I built a wall in front of me. I built the staircase to go over. He started backing out. Oh, what the hell? Pause that. Right? He started backing out. I saw him backing out. Alright, I give chase. Right? Because it seems like he doesn't want to play aggressive. His big mistake was firing that hunting rifle at me instead of having like an AR or a shotgun or even the LMG just, ready. So he fired the hunting rifle, missed that one shot. And we're talking about a guy, what was that, Orange something? I forgot what his name was. It was Orange something, though. The Orange Muffin. He had 1 kill the whole game, so he's obviously not like a real aggressive player. So he shouldn't have did that. He should have had, a weapon worth close quartered to do that with. Right, so I'm gonna pick up everything I can real quick in case I need that cozy. Right, take the minis in case I need, and I'm gonna trade the med kit for the chug jug because obviously, even though it's 5 seconds more, it's health and shield, not just health. Right, and it's 100 for the most part. So I'm gonna keep building around. Right, I'm gonna keep building around. Alright, I hear him building up. I'm going to shoot the weakest point in his build that he's already passed, which is the stairs that were just starting. And I did that without having to hit the wall. Right, so that breaks, he drops. Now he's on low end. I see him building. I actually see him running through the build. Right, I zap him again. And I'm thinking like, alright, he doesn't have a whole lot of shield left. I don't think. I'm trying to put pressure on him because he's like in the defensive box now. He's turtled up. I'm like, alright, can I break this on top of two? But he's just ready, you know? So I'm popping grenade launchers, trying to press his hand, force his hand. I dropped down. I don't think he was expecting this. I think, especially with how he's building, I think he was still expecting me to be above him. And I shotgun him here at the end. And that's how the game ends up. So the rotations, you know, obviously are, you got to pay attention to the bus route, which you know, which direction it starts, where it ends, and you know, also to your inventory. If you don't have great weapons, you're not you know, you're not going to be getting a lot of kills. You don't get a lot of kills on average, then don't go out of your way to go into like heavily populated areas where you may end up having to get into a whole bunch of engagements. Kind of just hang back, maybe play the outskirts. If you're looking for a win, at least. If you're looking for, you know, just getting more kills, or if you're looking to get better, then yeah, you have to get into engagements. You have to start running into people. It has to happen because that's what's going to get you better. Because you can play the outskirts all day as a great player, and you'll never get really good at building. You never get good at like how to manage, you know, how to act in gunfights, or how to build in gunfights, unless you're actually in gunfights. So it has to happen like that. I'm hoping that's enough info for you guys. I know this video is a little long, but I'm going to save it here and hope for the best. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Leave me comment. Let me know if you want anything else additional, anything else you want me to provide, any other videos. But I appreciate all the support I get on the videos and the comments and also on the live stream. So thanks again.